Let's go. Let's go. First things first. My peoples come first. My people, those that are here, those that are no longer here, thought of and always remembered. I just realized I wasn't able to be with you yesterday, my people. I wasn't able to be with you yesterday. Now, the reason why, okay, it was a jam-packed Sunday. My baby girl had a sleepover, all of her friends, a little brunch, had to take care of that. Got that done. Then, obviously, our games happening during all of this. And then I was lucky enough, the family and I, we all went and caught the Raptors game. So I wasn't able to do a match reaction. I owe you a match reaction, and I actually want to make sure that I have that on the timeline on the channel. So look out for Vader Games TV, obviously Manchester City fan, match reaction to the game. Hopefully, please let me know in the comments if there's anything off audio-wise or anything. I do have... Listen, it is freezing here. It is freezing here in Toronto. I actually do have a space heater on. Let me know if the microphone is picking that up. Let me know, because I will turn it off temporarily, because this show is going to be nice and brief. All right? It is going to be nice and brief. Shout out to each and every one of you. What I do each and every time, every show. I got to show love. I got to show love to, who's taking the time. Who's taking the time to be in the comments, hit that like button. They've obviously subscribed. They got the notifications. And the very first in the building with this show, we got Miami in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Listen, I salute you. I salute you. We got some things to talk about, and it's going to be nice and brief. I do have a lot of shows this week. I'm going to be real with you. I got to do the match reaction. CIA is going to happen. I shot it out. Conway, Spartacus. We'll see who else is also able to be in the mix. But we got to do a CIA. We have to do a CIA because last time the snowstorm had a very brief CIA. This obvious Sunday, Raptors game and everything not being in the house. But we have to do it. We have a few things to discuss because I happen to believe that we just got 3 unexpected bonus. We got a bonus 3 points. We got a bonus 3 points in this Liverpool game that I'm going to discuss. But let me say that for CIA. 23 in the building goes big up Ash in the building. Big up Vader. You know what it is. And I got House. House is in the building. House goes, Vader, have you enjoyed Pursuit? Listen. I've enjoyed the social media, House. I have enjoyed it. There's a few things that I kind of made note of going into the game. A few things I've bookmarked. And again, what I absolutely like is that there's so many other accounts out there that tally some of the historic or kind of tally some stats that are really out there, like the outliers. So I've been enjoying it. Trust me. 23 goes, crazy how Super Bowl fans compare it to the World Cup. Listen, as a North American fan myself, I've always known how North Americans exaggerate, right? Promote, put it out there on how things are larger than life, or they want to mention being world champions. They want to mention how all the world's eyes are on them. Little do they know how much or how other sports are actually followed and loved. But yeah, man, it's jokes. And this is what I had to discuss. You know what? Let me get the timer up because I want to be on point for everybody. This is a 115. If you're not familiar and you're tuning in for the first time, hey, do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Like, that's it. Just you come into the building, you come into the house, take your shoes off. That's hitting the like button. And again, if you've been here before, share this. Let the people know. I have to admit, I actually didn't share this in some of the GCs, so I didn't happen to do that. If you want to take the time and do that for me, that would be much appreciated. But share it, like, and subscribe. You know what it is. All right, now, like I said, if you're picking up the space heater noise, let me know. I will turn it off. All right, let's get into it. Let me start this clock, and let me do this proper. Okay, now, what a game. What a game. Tactical breakdown, things of that nature. I'm not getting into any of that. I'm not getting into the tactical breakdown on this show. On this show, now, we got time for that. And obviously, there are many that are going to be coming out with, here's how Pep set them up for the success, and you can go do the whole tacticals. I'm just going to say this. The 11 that Pep decided to go with You could see that he leaned on experience. You can see that he leaned on legs. I think it was absolutely brilliant. I think we got an advantage as well, knowing that Liverpool didn't have any right backs, and Szoboszlai, who is Szoboszlai is actually a player that I wouldn't be mad if we ended up having him a couple seasons ago, right? But he's a player with legs. He's a player with quality, and obviously him in the midfield would have been a different story. Now, he had to play right back, all right? He had to play right back, so they had to compensate. He was also fortunate that there was no Doku, because Doku would have been cooking him all game long. But each team didn't have their players. I just want to say that 11 and how they played, absolutely magnificent, absolutely beautiful. When you think of what was at stake, when you think of who Pep trusted to go to Anfield and have it as a starting 11, says a lot. All right, says a lot, and we're going to talk about that on upcoming shows and go into depth with regards to his choices made. But I think he opted for legs. Obviously, we got quality. We don't sign players without quality, but he opted for legs. When you look at surrounding Rodri with Bernardo Silva as well as O'Reilly, all right, and you're going to hear it here. I don't know if you've heard it anywhere else, but I'm going to tell you this right now. O'Reilly has clocked one of the fastest runs in the Prem. O'Reilly's got that pace, right? And he's got the technical ability. Obviously, in the academy, played in attacking midfield. He's been charged, given the opportunity to play left back, showed his ability, showed that he's been able to play against some of the best attacking players in the Prem. But playing a little closer, more related to how he's been prepared as a player back in the midfield. But we opted for legs. And I think Pep did the same, obviously, with Marmoush and Semenyo, knowing that they would work coming backwards. But I got to say this. That team of Manchester City, that team of Liverpool did not disappoint. We know all eyes were on this game. Shout out to everybody in the building. I see the numbers coming up. Hit that like button as you do so. Be a part of the show with the comments. I'm going to catch you. Large up every time. Now, this game did not disappoint. Because we had everybody play before us. All the games happened. Well, not all of them, but majority of the games happened before us. And then, when you know what the Arsenal result is, and Pep obviously taking on, not wanting the point gap to increase, right? I'll admit, I was one of them, saying, you know what, I'm already writing it off. Arsenal are going to win their game, 3 points up. Let's see what we can do at Anfield. And listen, I'm not going to hide away from it. I'm not going to shy away from it. I had said, I'm expecting a draw. And that's me being optimistic. That was me being like, oh, let's. But I was expecting a draw. Everybody and their mama tuned in. Everybody and their mama tuned into this game. The Super Bowl only happens once. The Super Bowl, the best team from the AFC, from the NFC, play in a one-game winner-takes-all Super Bowl best. It's football, so for them to say they're the best in the world, I get it. It's the only league. But when you have everyone tuned in to watch that, and their viewership was 128 million, nothing to sneeze at, nothing to be like, nothing to poo-poo on, nothing to talk down on. Great numbers, great for business. The one thing that I'm sure the Prem also looks at with regards to revenue, the Super Bowl makes money. They print money. But when you look at the viewership, when you look at this, and this is just, what week was it? Let me be accurate with this. What week was this game? Hold on here. This was game week 25. Game week 25, right? This is game week 25. And Manchester City, who many want to say aren't important. Manchester City, who many want to say aren't a big club. Manchester City, who want to refer to not being of that stature, of that significance. 170 million views for Manchester City and Liverpool. Not Liverpool Arsenal, not Liverpool United, Manchester City and Liverpool. This talk. And again, this gonna live on this channel with regards to this talking point, moving and being involved, being a part of CIA, intelligent agendas. But don't let anyone talk down on Manchester City and their relevance with regards to the game, their importance with regards to the entertainment, the love of football. What has the interest of those that want to see the spectacle that it is, right? Why City and Liverpool are must-watch entertainment? Do I need to explain why when you have 750 million viewers? It was well deserved, and the drama did not disappoint. The excitement, the entertainment did not disappoint. The first half, everybody would have said, well, okay, it looked like City were in control of that game. At Anfield, Manchester City going to Anfield were in control for the first half. And again, I was a little concerned, little iffy, little worried, because we've shown to have very good first halves. And then we've kind of fallen off, tapered off. But we went to Anfield and we were dictating play. Yeah, and I'm emphasizing dictating play. Yeah, we were doing that at Anfield. We dictated the play over there. And for the game to have been what it was at halftime, I thought we left chances. I thought we were putting ourselves at risk to not have the result that we wanted. But it's also Liverpool. Great place to play. Anfield, difficult place. You know the fans were up for it. Let me shout out the people in the building that are showing love with the comments as well. Let me see. House says, size isn't everything, allegedly. Listen. It isn't everything. It isn't everything, all right? Let's leave it at that. It's an early show. We'll leave it at that. My space heater just went off. All right, that's cool. Marvin, I stand corrected. Listen, it's all good. Marvin, it is all good. This result, huge. The entertainment that we gave the world, amazing. Listen, big up. You know what it is. You know what it is. What am I saying here? Marvin, what else are you saying? Thought it was a definite loss, especially at 1-0. That's why you don't give up. That's why you don't give up. I understand. Going into the game, I thought we were going to leave there with a draw. We did more than that. Anfield no longer a fortress. Palace, United, Forest, PSV, done demolished that yard this season. Okay, hold on. It is still Anfield, and it may not have had the same fortress vibe. It may not, but it's still a place that not since 1936, right? Way before my time. I know you see the platinums, way before my time, all right? Not since 1936 has Manchester City won the double on Liverpool. And Manchester City have had way better teams than this going into Anfield. I love as a fan that I'm still witnessing new things that I've never experienced before as a Manchester City fan. I love it. And I also love it that you ops are seeing these things that weren't done before, but you're witnessing it now for Manchester City. What a freaking great game. Absolutely great game. Now, I talked about the first half and I thought, maybe we squandered the opportunity to actually get the win. We go down 1-0, all right? And I'm going to save some of these talking points because I will be featured on a few shows later on today. All right. And I don't want to reveal too much right now because I know that they're listening and I know that they're going to want to try and have counterpoints for the things that I'm going to say because I'm going to cook. Trust me, I'm going to go cook on A-listers. I'm going to sit back. You know me. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to listen, pay attention, see what they have to say, and then I'm going to cook. And then after that, I got American Waffle right after. So if they happen to be watching it, listeners, then they might know some of the points that I'm going to bring up to make. But I'm going to cook on two shows. So I'm just saving some of the points right now. But I have to emphasize, we went down 1-0 to that free kick. Quality free kick from Sabazlai shows his quality. Absolutely. The fight that I saw for Manchester City is what that 750 million people saw. Like, they saw a game where you saw two teams that weren't backing down. They saw one team that obviously tuned in, maybe didn't know or knew. These are four-time champions. This is Manchester City, Pep, treble winners, like such a resume. And then to see the fight till the very last. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not even doing sound effects right now, but I gotta do this. We saw Manchester City for football play to the very last minute. They played to the very last minute, and they delivered what has to be the most dramatic ending to the game. Now, it's a little disappointing. That VAR obviously had to go by the letter of the law, and that last dramatic, what a goal from Shirky, should have been a goal from Shirky, got disallowed, right? But even the hustle and bustle, you see Erling, and this is the 90-plus minute. This is Erling after putting in some work. Digs deep, out sprints Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai is no slouch. But you got Erling blistering fast. Szoboszlai can, listen, I got a running background, and all of us can remember back in the day playing tag or whatever. You know when that person's just passing by you? I happen to be the person that would have been passing by you, but passing by you, and then all you can kind of do is reach. Szoboszlai's trying to pulls at Haaland, and Haaland fights as he can, but he gets slowed down obviously, and just naturally pulls Szoboszlai down as well. But the fight to the very last second of that game, well deserving all of that viewership. I can't wait to see the numbers on whether it kind of, as it increased in the final dramatic moments. Like, did we see a spike after Liverpool scored? Did we see a spike after we and City tied it up 1-1? Did we see a spike again when Haaland had to hold onto the ball? Haaland had to hold onto the ball just before the penalty, right? And you got Szoboszlai in his face trying to get him off his game. I want to know what the numbers were like. The numbers did not disappoint. And this, I got to emphasize this. This is why football needs to be played with courage. Needs to be played when you got to go and grab what you want. You got to grab wins. You don't fend off and hold off wins. You go and grab it. Titles need to go, and you need to go and get to it. You don't. This beautiful game. What a performance. And I'm gonna say this. If this title comes down to goal differential, I'll be the first one to say I was wrong. We needed these points at Anfield if it happens to go that close. But let me say this as the time's clicking down, and I'm going to be respectful of the 115. Let me say this. I just happen to think that there are more drop points from Arsenal, so I didn't think that the 3 points were critical. But if it happens to go to goal differential, I'll be in full. I'll fully admit, I'm gonna apologize for being wrong and thinking that we didn't need this 3 at Anfield. I'm looking at it as this is bonus to me. These are bonuses. These are bonuses 3 points to me because I didn't expect them at all. I didn't. Let me catch up with the comments. You guys, what a game. What a game. I'm gonna be buzzing. And I know we play tomorrow. We play a game tomorrow already. But this should have been a week long just enjoy. You know what I mean? All right, let me catch up with these comments. Marvin in the building. As HH would say, get her done. Listen, we got it done whichever way we needed to. And I got no issues. Player wise, manager wise, no, I got no issues. No issues. House. Sounds like Vader's gonna be cooking more than Gordon Ramsay. House, trust me. Trust me, this 115 is sweet. I know I missed out with you guys. I wanted to make sure I dropped some content. Y'all know that I'm still alive. Y'all know that this didn't have me go out on a madness. But I want to link up with you. Trust me, the cooking is trust. Tune in. You should get proper Tom Selleck stash on American Waffle. A birdie told me that after not expected or not wanted losses, a certain stash doesn't tend to show up. So I don't know if I'll be able to cook said panel member. But we'll see. Tune in though. He's got a soundboard and he's not afraid to use it. I'm gonna be dropping bombs. I'm gonna be doing. You know what? And Caribbean background. You know, I linked up. I said, listen, about Beanie, would it be okay if I went out and got? And he's like, Beanie said, listen, do your thing, man. Represent. So the soundboard's gonna be proper. Trust me. Don't worry about it. Do you remember me? I say, do you remember me? Listen, when did you? Forgive me, remind me when. Will you be on Football Chaos if we face Madrid in treble? The requests are mad. If I'm gonna say this, and if anyone's trying to link up, because obviously time zone wise things are really difficult. I think if there's ever the chance to do something 7 p.m. UK time, calm. I can, but that happens to be 2 p.m. here, right? So for me, it's balancing when I can get an hour out of the workday. But if we end up facing Real, if we end up facing, I'll be there. Listen, you know, we gotta talk it up. Now, I want to also remind you, all right, and I gotta do a better job. I'm gonna make sure to post my vids in the group chat. I need to do a better job of that. If any of you that are kind of like on the regular, you see a Vader Games pop up stream coming live, please do so for me. It would mean a lot if I happen to be sharing a group chat with you and you happen to actually post it for me. That would be great. Much love. Also, when you have a chance to be a part of the show and you're in the comments like you are right now, or you drop a like, I'm much appreciative. I know that we're getting into a time frame where the content is going to be like that. Everyone's dropping content. And everyone's live kind of like the same time. I'm doing my best to do something unique with regards to my show. And this 115 was going to be a really quick 115 to remind you that those numbers aren't by accident. Those numbers aren't just for another EPL game. No. Those numbers are because it was Manchester City and Liverpool. Don't get it twisted. And those that want to be quick, they want to be kind of slick. They want to talk out of the side of their mouth about, like, City, are they deserving of all that interest that they get from commercial deals? When you got views like that, absolutely. Commercial deals are everywhere. Everyone wants to. Currency are eyeballs. Currency are views. That's what they want. And City bring you views because it's not only winning, it's how the game is being played, right? How beautiful is it to not only be happy when your team is winning, but also be happy with how your team plays football. Ooh. Oh, what's that meme where my man is taking some food and it just tastes so good? What is it to when your team is winning and the football that you're watching is not putting you to sleep? It's a beautiful thing. Now, much love. Catch me on the very next stream that I do, which will be tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'm going to design thumbnail wise, what the conversation is going to be. Most likely I'll see where my people's at. Maybe we do a CIA, but we got a game tomorrow, so we're gonna have to deal with that Fulham result. And then, you know me, I got to get in my Why Always Me we got to do CIA. And another thing that I want to address, because I see a lot are kind of moving really, many people are moving very shook. A lot of people are really concerned. They're in hyper defense mode of Sir Alex Ferguson for some reason. And they're in defense mode of this league title and I guess the narratives that are happening. We're going to address a few things, and I'm going to find the right show and framework to do so. So stay subscribed, hit that notification bell when you see the vids, and you'll catch me on the next one. I'm Vader Games. This is Vader Games TV. This was an episode of 115, one question, 50 minutes. This, 128 million views, Super Bowl. Nice, very nice. 170 million views for City versus Liverpool. That's more than nice. That's what this is all about. Love as always. See y'all in the building. You know what it is. Catch the next show. I'm Vader Games. I'm out. Enjoy past thumbnails of what I've been doing on this channel and 115.